And how is it going, boys? This is your boy JB, and we are back once again with the Old Man Road to Glory. Tonight we're going to take a little bit of a stop and proceedings whilst I'm working on a few bits and pieces in the background, and of course because we finished the new season. So we're going to enter club watch. We're going to have a look at the club, have a look at the team, then show you this new meta that seems to be big across the board. I've been testing it out with my Serie A squad, the 5-3-2. I think it's been murdering everybody, but obviously we're looking at it from very much from an attacking perspective in that case. So effectively, from a club standpoint, we are. I'll just roll back out again. Sitting around 121,000 coins, mostly because I've been working bronze pack method and working League SBCs pretty much for so long. That our coins are down, but they're continually replenished with all the League SBCs and stuff like that. From an objective standpoint, we have completed the season. It's all done and dusted. We took Pulisic, and seems to be good. I've only tried him in one game so far, but he seems to be okay. I'm toying with using him in an SBC, if I'm being brutally honest with you, because I'm not sure I'll use him in the long run, even though he's a great club favourite of ours last year. But either way, if I can get another 87, maybe a Bernardo Silva, maybe then I'll take him out and just keep him and use Bernardo Silva instead. But I'm still kind of in two minds as to whether I'm going to be doing that SBC or not, and I'll take you through what that SBC is in a wee second. From an objective standpoint, we've everything cleared. I'm not playing for any of the players because I really just don't like playing the managerial masterpiece and silver stars. It's still very, very sweaty. I'm quite a low level player, so it's very, very sweaty. Everybody's trying to win. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. Week 6 gold requires me just to do my rivals, but the truth is I'm not playing rivals this week. I can't be annoyed. I've finished the season, so there's not really much incentive for me to do so, apart from a couple of packs that ultimately, we'll just use for upgrades, so I can pick up, all of that through bronze pack method at least anyway. So we're pretty much there. I'm looking forward to the new icon swaps coming on Friday. I will play for it, because there's a lot of really cool things to be getting for it. From a milestone perspective, we've done everything with the exception of the squad foundations. Again, I don't really want to be playing in. Ooh, excuse me. Don't really want to be playing in managerial masterpiece if I can get away with it. I can't really be annoyed if I'm being truthful. I am working my way through the silver sensation. I'm 2 goals or 2 threes away from a 2 rare gold pack. I'm 1 assist away from a 2 rare gold pack. Might actually do some of this at the weekend actually. Still a good way off all of these. Don't think I'll ever get these done, to be honest, because the only time I ever use a silver squad is whenever I'm playing silver beasts, and it happens like twice a season or something like that, so I don't think we'll ever get it done. But excuse me, I think we could probably get this one done. I think we could probably get this one done easily enough. I've never scored an outside the box goal with a silver player ever, and likely will never do that. Squad battles mastery, I am 77 games away from gaining the squad battles premium trophy, and ultimately the bronze goat, no less. Which is really what I want. Squad battles is my main area of play. Always has been, always will be, because it's brought so much to the club over the time that we've been using it. The 50 rivals wins. I've got 38 out of 50, so we're not far off that one. Not far off this one either. Double in 100, score 2 or more in 100 separate matches, so we'll get that done likely over the next 2 to 3 months. Scoring 200, so I've got 110 of those to go yet, and I need to win 300 this year. I've won 38, so we're a mile off that. We're only 10% of the way through that, so I don't think I'll get the silver goat. Champions Mastery I'll never do, because as yet I've never managed to get there. 100 live fit friendlies, probably will never get through these, to be honest, unless it is playing golden goal for icon swaps, or 8 out of 25 free kicks. I will get that over the year, but the truth is that it's going to take ages because it's very difficult to score. Win 100 in draft. I have actually won 100 draft matches, but the problem is this doesn't count unless it is online draft, so therefore I'll never be able to do that, and all the rest are completed effectively from there. Team's objective, we chose Benfica, although I believe Porto is in the lead. Yeah, Porto are in the lead, so we'll not get the premium gold pack at the end once it's completed. Actually, completed tomorrow night, actually, which is quite interesting. So that's okay, but we finished it anyway and got the XP. That's really all that matters. A couple of wee transfers on the go here. Let's see, we get the money back in the account. Couple of a silver kit sold. That's amazing. Okay, so let's go to the squad. So this is the squad that I've now been using pretty much solidly for the last month, I would say. I did have informed Pope, but I used him in an SBC and just brought back normal Pope. Normal Pope is, quite frankly, as good as informed Pope as any goalkeeper could be, because let's be honest, goalkeepers are pretty much a muchness, but for whatever reason, Pope is the meta goalkeeper every year. And like last year, I remember we had a 5-star skill moves. We've had him for 6 games because we put him in after getting rid of the inform one. Nothing really to call out. I put a glove on him just to increase his diving. So his diving goes up to 88. His handling goes up to 99. And his positioning goes to 88. So that's all you really need for a goalkeeper of his stature. Reflexes are already on point, to be fair, and we don't really need speed with Pope. We just need him to be able to stop chips, which he can, because he is, as the old laugh goes, he is what is he, 6'7"? He's not 6'7", he's probably about 6'4". But he can stop chips, he can dive, and he can work really, really well. So probably one of the more meta goalkeepers in the team. Joao Cancelo, as you can see, he has been in our team for a long, long time. 117 games played, 3 goals, 5 assists. Not doing too bad with the old yellow and red cards either, but this guy's a beast. Putting a shadow on him, you know, he's just unbelievable. As you can see, we've maxed out pace and maxed out defending with the shadow effectively. So his defensive awareness good and high, stand tackle 94, slide tackle 99, excuse me, interceptions at 90. He's a beast. He is so good. I can't tell you. As much as I don't really, obviously I'm not a massive fan of Man City. I'm a Liverpool man after all. I want them to progress as much as possible, because the more that they progress, the better this card's going to get, and this card is a beast. So it is an absolute beast. He's first owner untradeable as well. So he's definitely one to look out for. If you get a chance to get this card, you absolutely should. It's brilliant. So again, first owner untradeable Stones. In my humble opinion, he is the best defender in this game outside of the usual kind of culprits. This is one of the best SBCs I've seen in a long time actually coming out. He is superb. High medium work rates. He has played 87 games for me and scored 6 goals and had 3 assists. Only been sent off once. Can you put a shadow on him? Pace up to 82. Sprint speed up to 91. But look at those defensive stats. Maxed out interceptions. 93 heading accuracy. 93 defensive awareness. 92 defensive awareness. Maxed out stand tackle. Maxed out slide tackle. He is a beast. There's just no other way to say it. He's just so good. That I'm not sure you could give him up unless something like really, really good came along that was better than him. To be honest, he's really, really that good. If you missed out on this one, I'm sorry you did, because it's cracker. Fernando Hierro, So he's slightly different. He's played 35 games, scored 4 goals, 2 assists. Now the thing about him and Stones, all those goals are headers because they are good corner guys. So basically, he's hard to explain. He's an idol, or an idol. He's an icon. In that he has all of the traits of an icon. He's very, very good. He's usually in the right place at the right time. But he has a habit of missing the ball. So even though his interceptions, you can see here with the shadow on him, is at 99. The truth is that he's usually lost. Now he should be brilliant because you can see defending effectively is maxed out at 99 across the board. Sprint speed brought up a little bit, but he does get left behind. So you do need Stones in behind him, or as you'll see with my left back Lamb coming in on the inside to cover him, because if you do miss the ball with him, you make a mistake, your opponent goes around you, he's not catching up. So you definitely need to have a faster left back or a faster centre back in beside him, so that if he does get left behind, somebody else is coming in to be able to cover him. He is a solid player. He's a power header, that's for definite. His heading's excellent, and he is a team player. So don't get me wrong, he's very, very good. It spent a long time trying to work to get this SBC done, because I needed a centre back, but more importantly I needed an icon centre back. I'm glad I've got him. He's very, very good for what we need, but you just have to understand this weakness really in that case. Talking about weakness, there aren't any with this man. Lamb, whether it's his baby, which you see in front of you, I packed him in a baby icon pack, or it's his mid CDM. He's just super. I'll never change him unless I get a better left back version of him, because there is no better left back in this game than him, in my opinion. There are some fantastic left backs, but this guy's unreal. And you can see why. 123 games, 10 goals, more importantly 31 assists. He plays like a left back and a left mid combined. It's obviously the left wing back kind of idea, but he's got the speed, he's got the defensive awareness, he's got the ability to intercept really, really well, and the way that he's been coded, it's like he knows that Hierro's in trouble because he comes in behind to support him. So I've got an anchor on him. That was really more because of shadow. I needed to increase his strength a little bit, because he doesn't have massive strength and aggression, so therefore he can't hold off players, but he can run past players and he can run in front of players, and he's got the dribbling, as you can see, to be able to get around players. Really good composure, and you can see from his defensive stats, defensive awareness at 91, stand and slide tackles up at 99, interceptions up at 92. So again, he is well in front of most left backs that I've played with in this game for sure. I've never seen him dive into a tackle in my life. He's very, very good at reading the flight of the ball and picking it up. So I love him. I think he's great. Same with Mahrez. He's the first 5-star skiller we've got in the team. Medium work rates, 75 games, 50 goals, 39 assists. The thing about Mahrez is he's very good and he's very fast. He's already had a nice upgrade, thanks to the 4-game winning streak of Man City, pushing him up to an 88. Again, I expect him to get in forms as the season goes on, to push that up a little bit further. The biggest problem that I have with him is his physicals. And it doesn't matter what you put on him, it's not going to fix it. It's not going to make it any better than what it is. He is very easily shunted off the ball and pushed off the ball. And when I say easily, I mean it happens maybe 5 to 10 times a match where he's got the ball and he's trying to get past someone and literally they just walk away with it, push him out of the way. So that's the only thing that you have to watch with him. He is very good coming in. Not necessarily as a full winger where he goes around and overlaps. He's better inverted and going inwards. especially on that diagonal run from the side right through to the middle of the park. He is one of the best players for that, because now with a dead eye on him, his short passing is up to 99, and he's got great curve as well at 93. So with the included vision stat at 98, his passes are making it to where he thinks his passes needs to go, especially from a short pass perspective. So he's very good through ball wise. Shooting is very, very good. It's very rarely beaten, mostly because he has the finesse, and the finesse shot is super. He can finesse from the top of the box or from the inside the box, and they're really beautiful goals. So he's quite good. It's just his strength lets him down. Bobby played 117 games, 38 goals scored, 39 assists. So Bobby at CDM obviously is something different, but it's not really a surprise given that he's such a good presser of the ball anyway. So I have to say, with a shadow on him, he's brilliant. His speed's just right. He's always in the right place at the right time. That's the thing about him. Defensive awareness is superb. It's very, very good. He always knows where the ball's going, and he always ends up being where you need him to be whenever you're going in for tackles. Obviously his tackling is perfect. Head and accuracy again very good. But the best part about him is he's the dribbling stats, and he can still score a goal. He can still score goals, no problem. When you bring him in on target, he will score, no doubt about it. So he's very good. He's very, very good indeed. He's one of the best SBCs actually have done. And I know I was always going to do him because he's a Liverpool player, but at the end of the day, he does exactly what we need him to do in the middle of the park. Marquinhos, of course, another one. He's normally a centre back, but the freeze card pushed him up to CDM with the CDM stats. I hemmed and had about doing him for a long time. It was only when Bobby came out that I thought, okay, well, it would work perfectly if those two worked in midfield together. 133 games played, 14 goals scored, and 47 assists. He's an assist machine. He's a defensive machine, but actually he's also an assist machine as well, because he gets forward a lot. And as you'll see in one of my substitutes, you'll see a wee bit later, is that new kid from Bruno Guimaraes. I brought him in thinking that he would replace Marquinhos, but actually he won't. Unless he gets some form of upgrade, he'll not take over from Marquinhos, but he's the perfect super sub for both him and Bobby. But effectively this guy, we brought him in and never looked back. Again, he's a shadow on him, just to boost up his defensive stats to top dollar, and also give him a little bit of speed, just to help him in the midfield. Again, the way I've got the two of them set up, they stick to position and they cover the centre, and they both cover each other. So when one goes over one side, the other will follow over to the other side, so that consistent coverage between both. And they're a brilliant partnership. He's only on 9 chems, so we'll probably get him on a little bit more, but ultimately we just need to push him up to CM in order to make that work effectively. Where we need to move Zidane over to he's a Premier League, so I think I've done that for Bobby. So he's pretty good. Next up, of course, we packed Neymar off the back of I think it was doing Hero. I think we packed him. Yeah, it was. Now, he's untradeable, so I couldn't sell him for the 800,000 coins he's worth, so that's okay. We've had him in for 78 games, 69 goals, 78 assists. So that's perfect assist record, 1 per game. Again, he's starting to become a little bit behind the pace a little bit. Again, very, very easily pushed off the ball. As you can see, his strength aggression is rubbish. His physicals are just rubbish in general. And for a winger, you kind of need it in this game to be a wee bit better. Now, that being said, I put a dead eye on him to increase his shooting and also to increase his passing. But he's starting to kind of fall behind. And it's kind of make me think about maybe changing the left-hand side part of the equation to maybe different players or maybe a slightly different part of the team. He is very good though. He's not been injury prone as far as I can see, but his outside the foot shot is super. and it's Neymar, so you know yourself, he's brilliant, but just a little bit behind the pace at the minute. Now Michael Owen, I picked up Michael Owen from another baby pack, and I must admit when I got him, I was first of all glad because he's past and present Liverpool, so he goes into that past and present squad. But I was just like, meh, I'm kind of a bit meh about that one. I'm not overly sure that he's that good. And then I played with him. 70 games, 88 goals, 73 assists. As you'll see when I show you my tactics, he's playing in the cam role, and he is a superb cam. Forget the striker, he's super from a cam perspective. So he is running with a dead eye again. Again, that's just to boost his finishing to 99, his attack position 99. He's the ultimate striker effectively, but it also boosts his short passing, which is what he really needed, and the vision of his passes as well. What we find now with him is he usually lasts the first half because he you know, his stamina is at 74. You do notice the stamina dying off in the middle of the second half, but he is great. He is so good from a link-up perspective because whilst his speed looks low, he's faster than most guys with 90 pace. Again, it's that icon profile, whatever it is that they're given, that's different to everyone else. His speed is super. He's very, very good and very, very fast. So can't really complain at all with him. Probably because his agility and balance are so high, but very, very good indeed. He does have finesse, the finesse shot. I can guarantee that one. It's super. And last but not least, in the main team, King Rat, as he's known, but as we know him, Ben Yedder. So I have had this card for more than 16 games. It's just that I got this untradeable and sold the other one. So it's only got 16 games on its record, but actually there's a guts of about 116 games on the other record. But you can see again, 18 goals, 12 assists. Ben Yedder has the knack of being in the right place at the right time. He is the ultimate poacher, like the greatest poacher I think I've seen. I have him on a basic just simply because likely I've been lazy not to put the hunter back onto him again that he had, but I haven't noticed any difference. Short passing is good. His tack position is very good. His finishing is better than 88. He's the finishing machine, as everybody knows. His agility and balance is where this card is most impressive because he can turn on a dime and he can move on a dime and he can dribble with the best of them as well. Ball control, you know, up there at 92, and he really can control the ball. He's absolutely super, so he is. So we then have my super subs. So these are my reserves. So these guys don't actually even make it into my super subs, and you'll see why in a wee minute. Obviously I'm testing some players out as well, but you'll see that there's some absolute weaker players. We've got the Sergio flashback, which is one of the best cards again I've had in the game. 85 games played, 107 goals, 50 assists. He's a goal scorer machine, Sergio. He has the speed, but he's not massively fast. Obviously his sprint speed's a good bit lower than his acceleration. But with the dead eye, his shooting is top drawer. Short passing's brought up to a decent level. And again, he finds himself in the right place at the right time, and when he does, he's clinical. You know, he will score, and that's it. We got the Perman Ronaldo, of course. Perman's Ronaldo. This is the Manchester United version. 5-star skill moves again, 3-star weak foot, whereas his normal card is a 5-star weak foot. 23 games, 15 goals, 18 assists. He's good, but he's not great. And the reason he's not great is because his strength and aggression are absolutely awful. So he suffers in the same way as Mahrez does. He is the same Cristiano Ronaldo that you know from playing the game. His body type's the same. Everything about him is the same. He can do every single thing that he would normally do, except he can't hold players off. And that's the difference between the two cards. Once you get around that, you realise he's very much like Mahrez. He's better going in on the inside, or you're better using him as an inside cam. And then once you've done that, you'll find you'll get much more out of him. Because he doesn't need to be strong in those situations. He just needs to be able to pass the ball. So again, his passing is slightly low. I'm using a dead eye because I wanted his shooting to be a little bit better, but I'll likely change that to a different, because I do notice that from a passing perspective, he does give the ball away every so often. So that's why he sits on the reserves, but we kind of shape him, change him in and out, because I like to play with him from time to time. You know, I spent the time to work it, so why not? He is a super free kick taker, of course, and has the natural outside the foot and flair traits that you would expect Ronnie Ronaldo to have. Okay, so now we go into our bench. So we got this out of, this is the only thing we got from Team of the Year, funnily enough. Which is okay, you know, it is what it is. We worked hard, we didn't get it. I haven't played any games with them really. I've played 3. Most of the games I've played with them have been in friendlies, which is why you don't see them there. But he's actually quite good. He's actually very, very good. He's a great right back. He doesn't fit in my main team at the minute, so we use him just as a sub in case we need to take Cancelo off for whatever reason. But in the Laliga team, he's very, very good. Up and down the wings, no problem. As you can see, he does get himself into the box. 33%, you know, goals scored against games played. Running him with an anchor, so he's got good pace, very good pace actually. His defending stats are brilliant, and his aggression is very good. His strength is rubbish, but that's okay from that perspective because his aggression is good, so it doesn't really matter that he can't hold people off. He's tenacious in getting after them to get it. He's a little bit small, so his jumping's not great, but his defending stats are exceptional, and even though they're kind of low 80 or high 80s, it feels different in game. I can't really explain it, but it feels much different in game. I like him a lot actually, but I just can't fit him in. Good cross to the ball as well, as you can see from that trait. We have Iago Aspas, the killer, in front of goal. So I've been using him instead of Sergio recently just to test him out. 11 games played, 19 goals and 8 assists. It doesn't matter where this guy is, he will score. It's literally that simple. There's nothing else you can say about him. I've got a basic just on him at the minute, and I don't know what it is about him. I don't know whether it's down to his shot power. It's obviously his finishing is very high. His attack position is very, very good as well. I think I put a finisher on this guy and he'll never miss ever again. He's that good. He's that good in front of goal. I think you can still get him. I'm not sure if he's still open or not, but I would definitely advise you to get him if you're running a Laliga squad. Then Brewster, of course, we saw him last weekend and we used him consistently. 6 games played, 31 goals, 26 assists. That was the squad battles kill and breakdown that we got up to the other day. So again, very, very good front to goal, superb finisher of the ball, great attack positioning, great shooting just in general. His agility and balance though is what makes this card. The agility and balance is what it's all about, because he can turn on a dime and he's very quick with the ball at his feet, especially with that dribbling stat and that ball control stat. Then we've got this guy. Picked Oscar up within those player pick packs, you know, where it was like the party bag pack. That's what it was. He's brilliant as a cam, in a middle cam. As a almost playmaker, very much in the old Coutinho role for Liverpool. He's super. So he is. He's very, very good. He does have his faults, but in general, he's very, very good. 59 games, 31 goals, 31 assists. Running him with an engine just to give him a pace boost, really, more than anything else. But you can see his vision, his agility and balance is super. His short passing is brilliant. His long passing is brilliant. He's a great deliverer of the ball, very, very good just in general, as far as that's concerned. So pretty cool card. I like him a lot. Kulusevski's one we just picked up recently. He's one of the new future stars. 6 games on him, 3 goals, 2 assists. I'm using him slightly differently, as you'll see in a wee second, but just running him off a basic at the minute. His main stats are generally quite good. Again, no issues from an agility and balance, ball control and dribbling perspective. He's very good, but his strength and aggression for that right wing, which is what I really need, and that's why he gets in ahead of that Ronaldo card, because he's just stronger, and that's really the height of it. No real traits to speak of for him. This is the Bruno Guimaraes I was talking to you about earlier. He is very good. He's 8 games played, 3 assists. He's very, very good, but there's a definite difference between him and Marquinhos. They both are excellent defensively. He is very, very good defensively, but he's a defensive-minded player. I think it's maybe down to his work rates, medium high, whereas I think, I'll check and see if Marquinhos is different. No, he's the same. I don't know what it is though, but Marquinhos just seems to be more interested in attacking play, and he generally is very, very good at that. So that's the difference between two. He very rarely moves forward, whereas Marquinhos is more of a box-to-box with that defensive capability. Do like him though. No real bad things to say about him. Think he's very good. But he will always be a super sub as far as Marquinhos and Bobby are concerned. Then we've got Tavs, probably one of the best players in the Scottish League at the minute. 10 games on him, 3 goals and 3 assists. He just doesn't fit into the team. I don't have a right winger that has that is English, that's up to scratch. It's at least up to Mahrez' scratch, at least anyway. So it just can't fit him into the team. Otherwise, he would likely be Cancelo's. I would likely remove Cancelo for him because, as we all know, he is cracked. He is the meta card this year. One of the best cards in the game, actually. Super pace. Shooting is very good. Very good attack positioning. It's his passing that creates everything, though. His passing, his dribbling. And then, of course, his defending. His defending is actually quite good, apart from his defensive awareness. And then he's got physicals. You can see he's green across the board. He's very, very well-rounded, and he is very, very good. And last but not least, I've got Wan-Bissaka on the bench. It's his centre-back card from the Freeze promo. I don't like this card. I think it's rubbish, if I'm being honest. Because he's better as a right back, to be honest. He's not everybody likes to play him at centre back because he's got the speed, but this card doesn't have the pace, as you can see, and without putting an anchor or a shadow onto him, he's not actually very good at all because his defensive statistics aren't great either. He's just there because he's the best out of a bad bunch, really, more than anything else. So that's the state of the team. I want to just quickly run through how we're doing so far with the grind before we go into the next piece. So Future Stars grind, this is what we've effectively done so far. Van de Beek was used elsewhere, but based on player picks and based on everything else we've got, this is what we've kind of picked out so far. There is another team of the week actually I want to put in here that I've picked up today through the pick packs. That is Gabriel Apalista and Paddy Bamford as well. So as you know, we've been doing these pretty much solid. So this one here, I'm going to say we packed, didn't we? Yes, we packed them. I can't remember how we packed them. I think it was, oh no, I know what it was. I was doing 2-player upgrades in bed on the mobile app, and out he came. Again, we've already gone through him. You saw me completing Brewster. Well, you didn't actually see me completing Brewster, but you saw me using Brewster. Guimaraes, we completed, and we did a video on that one specifically, and then Lunin came out of a 3-player pick pack, the 81 pluses that you've seen, and these are pretty much everything that we've got out of the 81 pluses from that point. I am missing one player in Verratti. I did get Verratti yesterday, but he's just completely missing from the club. I couldn't find him. But either way, we picked up Gabriel Paulista today. He's one of the new cards that have just come out in Team of the Week this week. So I don't think we've done too badly. What we're trying to do is make a decision on whether I'm going to hold off and wait for the next season to update before making the decision on whether to do Dembele, because I think if I'm going to make a change, then it's likely going to be a La Liga change, but then in doing Moussa Dembele, to have him there to pick up from Ben Yedder means that I need to work out how I'm going to do the left wing and ultimately Marquinhos' spot, because Marquinhos will not fit because he's a La Liga player. But that being said, you can see there, once we stick a finisher on him, likely he will be one of the best finishers in the game for sure. He's quite well rounded. I quite like him a lot, to be honest. This guy we're not going to do. He's another one of the showdown picks. We're not going to do him just simply because he never fit. We'll never use him, so there's no point wasting the coins on him. Whereas with this one here, I mean, there's only one squad needed. You'll see the squad that I've built for it, but I don't really want to use Pulisic if I can get away with it. I'd rather use Brandt, if I'm being completely honest. But I don't think I can get away with Brandt. Yeah, because I can't get the chem, so I can't with Brandt in the team. So it goes below 64. Unless maybe we do that. Well, actually, we can do that with Brandt. So I'm not 100% sure that I want to do that. I want to see maybe if I can pick up an 86 and an 87 out of the player pick packs over the weekend here, before kind of saying yes, I'm going to do this or not. Also, that allows me, there's 6 days remaining. It also allows me to understand if we can get away with doing something else that will fit the team better than he will. So one thing I want to do today is I'm just going to play one game just to finish off the this Club Watch episode. We're going to just pick one of these, do it world class. And what I'm going to show you today though is this. So I'm going to go into my Serie A squad and we're going to talk about the new meta. Is it Serie A? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's the new meta that they're saying, which is this 5-3-2 formation. Show you my custom tactics for it. As you can see, my depth is right up at 7. So I'm not playing a defensive game, shall we say. Width just remains as width does. I always play with this level of width just to make sure that the centre backs are properly spaced out, and then I've got balance for all. And the formation is relatively straightforward. Remains as is, but Lam and Kulusevski are up and down the wing effectively. I do have a second game plan where I've got my usual 4-3-2-1. You'll see that now formation wise. Again, there's no real changes or issues. I'm finding that Correa card is just mental good. So it is. So what we'll do is we'll bounce into the game now, so you can see why people like it and why it's being used so heavily. Obviously, we're playing against a fella who enjoys Liverpool as much as I do, which is always good. But obviously, we expect to annihilate this team. But I played a team same level, so it was a 85 rated squad in squad battles last night with this formation and won 12-0. So I think that this could be quite the thing for now. I'm not sure that I want to use it all the time round, but it's definitely worthwhile just having a look.
I'm Derek Ray here in the commentary position, and joining me will be Lee Dixon.
Right, and if you notice, there's so many people around the ball.
What a match this promises to be, Lee.
Thank you, Derek. I was just flicking through my notes at this one. Everything pointing to a really lively matchup. This is. Right. Fingers crossed, eh?
Plenty of defensive cover.
Can they create something from here? Alert defending.
And watch outside here. You see Lam coming up on the side there. So he's already slipping forward because he's set to move forward. He's set to join the attack effectively.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. It's the impressive Pau Lopez between the posts. Aaron Ramsey starts alongside Sami Khedira in central midfield. And so many different ways to configure an attack. In this case, it'll be 2 men up front.
You see, look, he's somebody coming over on the other side. Romagnoli coming over on that side to cover Lam. And you can see this, the defensive shape. Everybody's in 4s and 5s.
Well, that is how to
cut
run
out
at
here,
defenders.
but
Good-looking move, this. Could be.
good save.
Couldn't worry the keeper with
You
that
see the
effort.
defensive shape, the way everybody's just sticking in, and then you've got the boys out wide.
Ramsey.
Wee Lammy.
And Lam finding space on the wing.
Okay. So this is why it's such a big formation, because it's fantastic from an attacking perspective, but also massive coverage from a defensive. It has to be offside. That had to be offside now. Wow. There we go. Terrible defending on my part then.
1-0 then.
It's okay. We'll be able to bring it back, no problem.
Getting in there to intercept. And it's played into the centre. And he did what he had to do defensively. Correa. He's in here.
There's Ramsey.
Ramsey!
Oh,
Well, they can say
one
a
thing
big
about
thank
Ramsey
you
in
to the
this,
goalkeeper. That was
he finds himself
inspirational.
Well, that's
very
as good
far
as a goal
forward
at
most of the
other end.
time.
Brilliant save from the keeper.
And generally he's
Take
quite
efforts
good
like
from
that
a
all day
you know,
long.
finishing perspective. He's usually quite good indeed.
Did well to win the ball back.
See, there's plenty of coverage no matter where you go. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's an interesting pass.
That's good. Well way.
Well, making high pressing work for them here. Has eyes for goal. Could have been awkward for the goalkeeper.
With Skillers.
Invincible's already in front, and now a corner.
Well, they won't get too many opportunities today. They
I have to say, it's not my
capitalise from set
preferred way to
pieces
play
like
this game. I'm definitely a 4-2-3-1 guy, without a doubt.
Kulusevski.
It's the, for me, it's
And
the
he's
best
through
way to
here.
play. Here's Kulusevski.
And it's
See
there
what he
for
can
him.
do.
Still possibilities. Ramsey. Can he convert?
No,
Very much
nothing there he
run
can.
of the mill and saves go.
Yeah, so
Bonazzoli.
well then.
Spot on with that tackle.
And that's what I'm saying about Hero. He is actually
And
quite a
attempting
good
the
defender
through
whenever
ball.
you get the
He's
ball.
managed to get in
But
behind.
sometimes he doesn't get the ball.
Morata! A goal!
And leave it
Real
to slow
excitement.
Morata.
A back
Morata
and
the
forth
slow.
type of game. Now they're level.
To get her level.
Well, the earlier goal cancelled out. One apiece.
Milami as well.
Well, he keeps going. What a shocking pass, really. Well, he's been ruled offside.
Interesting. Interesting.
Stefano Sensi.
This boy Duncan as well. He was
And good use of advantage. The referee allowing
he was
play to continue.
a
Well, for
ooh, wait
power,
a minute.
10 out of 10 for
He was
placement,
a
88.
mid-season player, I think. So he was a few, maybe last season, season
Gosens.
before. He's brilliant, so he is. I've
Khedira.
been using him quite a lot recently.
Now Correa.
There
Morata.
we go.
And he's made headway.
Morata.
Morata! And he scored not once,
go.
but twice.
That's number
They
2.
simply cannot stop him. And no wonder he's enjoying himself.
The hosts have really controlled possession. However, after that, the coach will be disappointed with what they've produced. They need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Disappointing pass. Went in strongly, decisively. Romagnoli. And it's a quality pass.
Is he offside is the question.
Lam. Can he put it in?
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
what a goal,
He's
Correa.
that
But you
so
see,
well.
Lam
A
way,
goal
way
of
up the
the
pitch.
highest class. Fantastic technique. No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Ramsey. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Well, it looked highly
Careful ball.
promising, but they got nothing out of it. Giving the ball away. Now
What
potential
ball that
danger.
was, Correa.
He might profit from here, you know. And a
And a
goal
goal.
to seal the hat-trick. A masterclass in finishing.
That's what we
Just
needed.
can't stop him today.
Like I said, there's far too
Well,
many
you've
people
got to
around the
say,
ball.
an incredible
You can
first
see
half
the
performance.
defensive
That
line's
scoreline
not messed.
tells you
There's
all
no
you need to
breaking
know.
it. So
the
yeah,
manager.
so that's why people like it. It is very good. It's just take me a wee while to obviously to get used to using it, but
As
quite
anticipated,
like it.
plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway.
Kadira.
Bonazzoli read it well. It did appear that they might be onto something, but not so. Kadira gives it away.
It's twice, Kadira. What's going on there, son?
Viviani. Really getting stuck in. Read it superbly to take back possession.
For a
Terrific
tackle
block
there.
there. Lam. Not a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end.
You see, there's automatic coverage no matter where the ball goes. I can even afford
he
to
play
bring
it in?
a
Well, the
centre back
clearance
out there,
half-hearted.
because there's another 4.
Davide Di Gennaro. Nicely cut out. Well, he
Always
just couldn't
cover.
make it
There's
happen.
always cover somewhere.
Correa.
Oh, Correa.
Moving the ball forward
So
with
good.
purpose. And a useful cross. Chance
I
maybe.
like see the way there's 4 players in the box
Well,
there
that's the
ready
end of that
to
for now.
pounce effectively.
Well,
And
they'll
that
be getting
ball
thumbs
and
up
tag
all
off.
round for the goalkeeping performance, but especially for that save. Absolutely brilliant, Derek, wasn't it?
And they're making a change. Well, full marks to the defender who outthought Morata. A real struggle to contain him. Oh, big opportunity. Tremendous ball.
Always cover.
A really
Always
committed
cover.
challenge.
These
and
aren't the
it's gone
best
out for a
players to be
throw-in.
trying to be doing this with, mind you, but you know there's always
Well, nicely
cover.
cut
No matter
out.
what happens,
Now what can
there's
they do
always
with the
cover.
ball?
But as you can see, because we're playing at very
And
high
space
depth,
for the cross.
it
Oh, he
means
needs to
that
clear it here.
we've got really good opportunities for
Correa.
what a
Can
ball.
they create something? Opportunity.
Ah,
In it
Ramsey.
goes. Such a complete performance.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Absolutely
it was
beautiful.
down.
That's what that is.
Well, sadly, we have to conclude that this hasn't really been a contest, but all credit to any side committed to scoring goals like this. Correa.
Ah,
Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche
doesn't
of
miss him,
goals.
Correa.
No
That's for
mess
sure.
up
It
here.
does not miss him.
Formazione ospite con il numero 10 Joaquin Correa.
And winning it back. Getting forward. Well, dealt with that ball comfortably. An attack full of promise. Good defending to prevent the chance.
What a ball.
Morata.
What a ball that was to Morata.
Well,
Oh.
the keeper is happy the bar was there.
Did you miss that? Yeah, Chibi.
Well, he thought he'd done everything right. He really did, but not to be.
Stefano Sensi. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Lovely ball over the top. Can they stop it going in? Well, they can bring it out now.
Ah, Kulusevski
Real
away.
danger. Real chance.
See, 4 and up, 3 in the box there, look.
Delivered towards Morata, back post. Clearing the lines, and so it will be a corner now. Well, we expected he would be a dominant figure out there. Every reason to believe he would be, but not solely.
Well, it's quite clear to me he's trying too hard. He's been desperate to get his team back into this game, but his form just isn't there, Derek, I'm afraid.
Well, he's given it away. Morata. Now Khedira. Well, it could be on for him here.
Ah,
And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
beautiful goal.
Well, when he's in this
What a
sort of
beautiful
mood,
goal
he's
that was.
absolutely
Really well
unstoppable.
worked,
What
really
a
well put
performance.
together.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. They've won back possession. 10 minutes left for play in this match. Good visualisation and execution.
Kulusevski again. And
Will he find the net?
oh, there it is.
That is a majestic goal.
What a goal again.
Volleyed home with precision and
Now we're
style.
starting to get the goals now.
Superbly
See,
done.
the left backs, the right backs are doing their job. And they're running really well.
Well, not covering himself in glory defensively. Not a very
ball.
complicated catch for the keeper.
Pau Lopez is a very underrated keeper in this game as well. I've used him a few times and
Morata.
he is super duper.
Khedira.
Oh, referee.
And 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, wall of 5 in front of him.
Less than convincing defending. Oh, surely.
What a tackle, Romagnoli.
Well, terrific defending to stop them progressing. Hierro. Now Khedira. An important interception. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. No real
Keeper's ball.
threat, you've got to say. Khedira. And so the final whistle.
Boys, that's us. It was a good win. But as you can see for yourself just why it's the new meta formation and why people are loving it so much. So another 609 coins in the old bank. We have the silver 2. So we are. Okay, well there you go. That is State of the Club or the Club Watch. We are doing really, really well at the minute. I'm very, very pleased all in all with what we've been able to do at a club, you know, from a club perspective. So I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. If you did, click on that like button for me. That'd be absolutely brilliant. If you're new around here and you're enjoying the content, click on that subscribe button to keep up to date with what's going on. Otherwise, I am your boy JB, and I will be back very, very soon.